Like, that wasn't no real that you did, man. You would never did that with no Butter or me, even though Butter a snitch on Tooka.
Yo, face! Show your face, please, with sugar on top!
Hey, what's up, y'all? Y'all know my slogan. I don't know it all, but I know what I've been through. Now, before we get into this video, make sure you check us out on Patreon at www.patreon.com/Hookah Anonymous _. You guys been telling us to create one for the longest, so we recently created a community where we will upload videos that we can't share on YouTube due to their guidelines. We'll also be dropping the latest to there first, behind the scenes information that you wouldn't find anywhere else on our socials. So make sure you become a member, and after you do that, head over to our official Instagram page at Hookah Anonymous _ and follow us there. Now, without further ado, let's get into what you guys came here to see. Now, it looks like King Lil J had a few words for DJ UTV, who was also King Von's former DJ, when DJ UTV would apologize to FBG Young during their interview for dissing Tooka, I think back in 2019 on Reddit. Now here's the thing, you got mixed comments about it, you got mixed emotions. Some people saying that, DJ UTV is a man for admitting that he actually dissed Tooka and told FBG Young to his face, but you got others that feel totally different. You got others, and like we said, we did a video on this covering this already, and I'm gonna just tell you how we feel, and then we're gonna get into what King Lil J had to say when it comes to DJ UTV, admitting that he actually dissed Tooka in 2019. Now, we said that if you did do it, if nobody knew about it, then you should have kept that to yourself, right? Why come up on, during your interview and actually tell FBG Young to his face that you dissed Tooka, knowing he just told you who Tooka was to him. Now, if you watch the interview with DJ UTV and FBG Young, he asks, about Tooka, asks about his affiliation with Tooka. And Young said, it hurt me when he passed away. He considered him a friend. He seen him. And then it's like almost right after that, DJ UTV will go into telling FBG Young that it was a point in time in 2019 where he was banned on his Reddit account for saying that he was smoking on Tooka. Now, like we mentioned in the last video, shout out to FBG Young, because you could tell that he was holding his composure, because the aura during the whole interview kind of shifted as soon as he told him that that's what he did, right? As soon as he told him that he dissed Tooka back in 2019 and said he was smoking on Tooka, you could tell that Young in his head, he's like, wow. Though he didn't just tell me to my face that he dissed Tooka after I just told him that this man I considered a friend. And not to mention, he mentioned it more than once, more than twice. He actually mentioned it about 3 times. Now, whether DJ UTV meant anything behind it, I don't think he did, but there's a time and place for everything. I feel personally, if he wanted to tell him that, that's something he could have told him off camera. Maybe he was looking for a viral moment or something, who knows? But maybe, he did want to tell him genuinely, but that's something that you keep amongst yourselves, right? If you really wanted to tell him. Because for one, they already see him as King Von's bodyguard, but they like, all right, listen, you was on that side, but we see you trying to do something mutual. We see you from Chicago, you putting on, you got your platform, so we would support. But when you say things like I'm smoking Tooka, whether you playing or not, this is somebody that people love. This is somebody that's not here right now who people still love. This is somebody that was actually dissed throughout the whole drill culture. This is somebody that if you mention them in the wrong way, somebody is ready to die about that. They ready to die about that name, about you disrespecting that man. So why would you say that in front of this man's face, knowing he just told you that that was really his friend? Now, to DJ U's discretion, he did apologize during the interview, because I think he kind of felt that he rubbed FBG Young the wrong way with what he said. So he did apologize. And even after that, he would take to his Facebook to apologize, as he would say, quote, "In my most recent interview with FBG Young, I admitted to him that I had made a comment about his deceased friend Tooka in the past. This confession came off to be distasteful and disrespectful to not only FBG Young, but to the viewers as well. I would like to apologize to Tooka's mom, family, friends, and fans for leaving an anonymous comment on Reddit disrespecting Tooka back in 2019. Forgive me for my ignorance. Hashtag DJ You Go Crazy." Now, even though he apologized, you know social media was going to put their 2 cents in. Everybody has something to say, including infamous Chicago blogger 16 Shot Visuals, because he will also point out that DJU not only said it once, not twice, but 3 times in FBG Young face, stating that he couldn't allow someone to openly admit that they trolled his dead homie. Check this out.
Yeah. That's his what, second, third time, folks? I don't want to hear what you would have did no more on phone. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I don't even want to hear you say nothing about me spitting on Buddy and not beating them, folk. I don't want to hear nothing. Unless you playing it smart on phone, you like, hey, this. He just marked himself. But if that ain't how you playing it for, I don't want to hear it, gang. On phone, I don't want to hear it. Never, ain't no never finna say that in front of me 3 times. You not even finna play like that 1 time on bro.
Now, once again, everybody's going to have mixed feelings about it. Some people feel that FBG Young should have did something. Some people feel that he handled himself professionally. Some people feel that it wasn't that serious. But let me tell you one thing about social media. Everybody's going to have their own opinions. But here's the thing. If he would have crashed out and did something and something would have happened, they would have said he's dumb for crashing out because it wasn't that serious. Now, the fact that he didn't, he handled himself professionally, they're going to say he's weak or he's soft. So it's really no winning with social media. And you're just going to have to be your own person and respond according to the situation. Respond how you want to respond. Now, if you want to crash out, then crash out. If you don't, you don't. But like I said, social media is going to talk no matter what you do. So damn if you do, damn if you don't. Now, when it comes to King Lil J, he has something to say about DJ UTV's comments. And one thing I could say this time around, I think King Lil J really isn't wrong for how he feel. And DJU feels the same way because he also agreed. Now, currently, King Lil J is locked up in federal prison, but he did a phone interview with DJ UTV, and it's like as soon as it started, he already knew what he wanted to talk about. Y'all check this out.
Why you share with him out of all people, the other ones that been from our side on your channel? Why you share with him? Like, everybody know he the goofiest on our side, man. Like, that wasn't no real you did, man. You would never did that with no Butter or me, even though Butter is snitch on Tooka. I know I would have rocked that JoJo. Well, that you shouldn't feel comfortable saying that. Hey, you saying you smoking woo woo woo. That means you BD and you willing to die for this. That's what it really means. That ain't no respect by you saying that, even if you joking or nothing. Play like that. There's a lot of that dying, still dying for today. That ain't no shit to play with.
Now, once again, this is probably the first time I think everybody could agree that King Lil J isn't wrong, right? He pretty much saying you don't play like that. People done died over that name. People done died because people done dissed Tooka. We done seen his mother, cry out hysterically online. So why would you even bring that up, right? Why would you feel comfortable enough to actually tell that man to his face after he just told you that was his friend, right? That he was close to him. And then, of course, he threw a little shot at FBG Young. He said Young ain't like that because if it was anybody else, if it was Butter or if it was him, they would have turned it up. Now, once again, it's easy for everybody to say what they would have did, should have did, could have did. I get it. But like I said, that's something you don't just tell somebody, especially to their face. When you already kind of was on the side with the BDs, then when they hear that you was smoking on Tooka and you said it to my face, that is kind of crazy. But with him saying that, now it does kind of makes me wonder, because we've seen FBG Butter on DJ UTV's couch a couple times. We've seen Wooski. We've seen a couple of the GD guys actually on DJ UTV. Why didn't he ever bring it up before that he was banned from Reddit because he made a comment about smoking on Tooka? And this ain't no shot, or I'm not talking from the place where King Lil J is talking about when it comes to FBG Young. I'm just genuinely curious, right, as to why he never brought it up or mentioned it before. And I didn't even think about that until I heard the interview with King Lil J, because like I said, he is right. You did have Butter up there. You had a couple people up there where he could have mentioned it before, but he never mentioned it. So we don't know why he actually brought it up with FBG Young, but it is a curious question. It is interesting to know why he actually brought it up. I think somebody should actually ask him that. Like why he brought it up. Because you gotta remember, Butter says on Tooka in every other sentence, right? So I know he had to, think about it or whatever, because Butter brings it up a couple times in every sentence. And he'd been up there a couple times, so I know it had to come across DJ U's mind. So what made him not mention it with Butter, but mention it with FBG Young? Right? Just a curious question. However, he did apologize a couple times. He apologized during the interview more than once. Then he apologized after the interview, and FBG Young accepted his apology. So it is what it is at that point. It's out of our hands. It's none of our business. However, there's guys like King Little J, and I'm pretty sure there might be guys behind the scenes that feel the way behind it. Now, on another note, once again, during the interview with DJ UTV and King Little J, as soon as he got on there, he pretty much said, why would you say it to FBG Young? You pretty much feel he ain't gonna do nothing about it. You feel, you was comfortable with doing it with him because he's the quote unquote goofy on our side. So then he proceeded to mention that you wouldn't do it with FBG Butter or me because I would have turned it up. Now, of course, Young wasn't gonna let that slide, so he would take to his Instagram story with a message responding to King Lil J. He would repost a post about the interview and he would caption it saying, quote, "This N-word been in PC for the last 10 years with a man," laughing emoji. "How is rats and FAGs calling me the goofy?" Then after that, he would repost the part where DJ UTV will ask King Lil J about the whole situation with him messing allegedly with men while he was incarcerated, and then King Lil J hung up the phone. So Young would repost that post and he would caption it saying, quote, "He hung up, y'all," laughing emoji. Now, when it comes to that whole thing, because I see people saying, oh, why he hung up? To be honest with you, certain things, when you ask, like if you was to ask me certain things about myself, I feel that is disrespectful, right? Even if you asking a certain question, certain things you just don't ask certain people, and I think that's how King Lil J felt. Like, how you gonna ask me about rumors? I'm not even gonna talk about rumors with men, right? Don't even associate me with men. Or, on the other hand, you just might be guilty. You don't want to talk about it, or who knows? I don't know. But I know if it came to me and somebody asked me about dealing with men, and I wouldn't even indulge in a conversation like that, because at that point it's insulting and it's disrespectful. But I don't know how King Lil J took it, so that's a whole nother story. So as far as this whole situation with King Lil J and FBG Young and DJ UTV, I guess everybody got everything off their chest. So other than that, y'all jump in the comments, let me know what y'all think about this. Do y'all think it's a big deal that he brought it up, being that he apologized? Or do y'all think Young should have did something? Or how do you feel about how King Lil J feels about it? Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell so you're notified every time we drop new content. And remember, as long as you keep on watching, I'm going to keep on dropping. And I'm out.